Hello, everyone. I'm sorry. This one is having a violent moment, and the timing is horrible. How are we doing? I have news, good and bad. Oh God, and music. Well, hold on. If you heard that, yes, I am pretending to be up in Misty Mountains. Can you not? He was destroying the house. I'm so sorry. How are we doing? Okay, so this is bad because I can't stay longer today. I am on a tight schedule. So let's get to it. How are we doing, people? Winston, please. I don't have a hot water bottle. I will be forced to put you in the shower if you don't stop. Hi, Multifee. Hi, how are you doing? And Sasquatch. Hi. Hi, Porky. Good morning, Scraticus. Hi, Wisdom. Let's start with the bad. Yeah. So, the bad news is, as of now, I can't use the new mics for stream because the sound was horrible. You should have pointed that out to me, so I could do something about it. Namely, just changing the mic. That's the bad news because I was kind of looking forward to that. But I guess I'll just have to do with my little muffler for now, which is also fine. I'm quite attached to it, to be honest, so it's okay. The good news is I can use the mics. The thing is, I am streaming from my phone, so and because I have a Jesus, it's so basic that you can't even call it a setup. I have a phone and I have a Mac, and they're not even connected. So I can't adjust anything doing with the sound or camera quality as of right now. Now, if you know of an app for iPhone that allows me to stream and adjust these things, please let me know. Um, that Scraticus, it sounded horrible to me. I was not okay with it, especially because I know that if you can just adjust the settings, you can make it sound quite professional. Now, I am really not good at that, uh, but I have already found a way with which I'm going to experiment. God dang it, I do have to prep this book because I'm not kidding. I have to catch a bus. Two at the latest, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. So, but yeah, because I have oh gosh, no setup to speak of, phone, earbuds, and a Mac. Nothing is connected to each other. Um, if I would lose a connection with Mac, oh, which is about to happen actually, so it's a good thing I'm talking about it. I would still be streaming, and I could technically follow chat on the screen over there, but I can't touch anything to do with the visuals or the audio because I'm just streaming from the Twitch thingy. I don't want to have a battle about audio on those mics. You need it at your lapel if it's a... Yeah, well, I did already test that as Sasquatch, but actually, because it's a fine quality. It's a fine quality a set of mics. It's not like the cheapest, but it's a mid range, right? And I found that yes, I can, and that is what they're technically made for, but I move around, and because not all my clothing are tight, it has to work too hard to cancel out the noise of the friction to make the quality sound okay as well. But that is fine. I don't mind holding it, especially because I mostly intended to have the mics for YouTube stuff. Which is the good news. I am able to adjust these things, the camera settings and the audio settings, but not when I'm streaming. Does that make sense? What you need is... Hi, Topi. How are you doing? Hi, Freddy. I am not, but it's the usual, so I'm okay. How are you doing? Clumsily pokes a massive TP boom mic through the window, startling Winston and dunking cherry on that. I think Winston would love that, actually. He tries to catch bats in the morning. It's fascinating and also terrifying how high he can jump. He could jump over me easily. Uh, well, no, Scraticus, there's no issue. There's no issue for just regular recording. That's the thing. When I'm just regularly recording, I found this app that turns your camera into a professional looking one. Now, yes, all these things can be adjusted just through the settings on your camera. That I know. But this app, I would have to pay $3, I think, to get lifelong access. But that one would allow me to play with the audio a little bit. Now, that was the first one I found because I just wanted to find out whether I should send them back or not, because I'm just not going to accept that quality. But I think I can manage. But I've never worked with audio like that. I mean, I've edited, which is why I think it didn't take that long for me to get enjoyment out of it. Really, just a few weeks, to be honest. But audio, I don't know. So I'm gonna have to play around with it. But the bad news was that I'll just have to use these for stream. But for filming, for YouTube, it's not the mic shouldn't be a problem. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit. Also, I have decided that I'm gonna have to try and find some kind of, oh no, do you hear it in my voice? Some kind of vocal coach on YouTube to help me with my voice problems, because they are quite bad, and that also doesn't help with the mic, right? Hi Rem, how are you doing? Is there a genie in the book? In this one, maybe, I don't know. Oh, I don't want that page because it's kind of... No, I don't want that one either. It is one of our book club books that I'm going to be reading. Me, Wisdom, did you try and catch that bat? They're a protected species, you know. This guy there, actually. Yeah. He's been in a mood. Hi, Chungus, all day. I sprinted so much before 6 a.m. And now he's just been looking for trouble. It's really annoying because I'm in pain. And actually, it's taken me off guard. I don't think it's that obvious. I have a slight tremor, and I hear it in my voice. So it's okay. I'm a bit sad that it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because basically what would already improve the sound quality immensely would just be to lower the input, because it's like on full blast. And if I put that on 80, it's already a huge difference. And that was the only thing I tried. So I confirmed, because I was already getting in pain yesterday. I just confirmed that that it's not, because it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. Like, how is it sounding like that? Like, actually. Well, that's why. Oh no, I do have to drink a lot. I'm on painkillers, so please excuse me. I'm gonna do my best. Luckily, it's Tuesday. I'm glad it's happening on Tuesday, even though I have to do some things after stream. I'll be okay. At least I don't have to look at the screen constantly. That's also why it's a bit dark, actually, because I need to make sure that I'm careful with my eyes. Vocal coach for streaming? Well, yes, because I have no actual social life to speak of. So it's mostly for stream, but also for YouTube. I noticed with I've recorded two things so far, and I just noticed how much strain I have to put on my vocal cords to just be audible. But the ironic thing is, it sounds like I'm silently screaming. I know this. I hear it. I can hear it in my own head. But that is just how much I need to produce sound when I'm stressed or tired or in pain or overwhelmed. I should just kind of go back to Kathy Hay and see what it's called, because apparently it's an actual condition. Like it's a combination of psychological stress and a physical fight or flight response that kind of just shuts me up. On the worst of worst days, I can't even speak at all, which is interesting. Hair clipper on it, on the mic. It says supermoon. My cats woke me at 4 a.m. and they've been as mad as a proverbial hatter. Then, oh yes, actually, yeah. Oh no, it was just fully clouded. It was a lovely, lovely temperature, and I didn't mind being outside with Winston this morning. I walk my cat, in case you don't know, because he wants to be outside, but he can't on his own. He would die. So we go on walks in the morning. But it was too cloudy. I had no supermoon for me, and I was already in bed by the time it rose. So yeah, sad. But I did see it the day before, so it wasn't quite full, but it was beautiful. But that could be it. Thing is, why isn't Toulouse? Well, Toulouse isn't a cat. Toulouse is just, I don't even know. I was prepping the book. This way, it should not hurt as much and wear a little bit more smoothly. When you read a paperback and you're not afraid to break the spine, it usually gets like a sloping spine. But if you prep it like the way I just did, rubbing it like, that kind of preps the book to be broken in. I know, it's weird. What did you do, Chungus? Has he ever successfully? No, but he did catch a mouse, and I still feel bad to this day. I didn't realize what he was doing. I'm gonna cry. All right, in about 4 minutes, I'm going to mute myself. And thank God, I'm reading horror. This is a book club book. Hold on. Hello, Aria. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I'm going to talk about our little book club for a little bit. We have a book club, cherrypies book club, and each month I have 2 books for you on offer that you can choose from, or you can read both, but you don't have to. It's just a guideline. And the second book that I will be reading, because I finished the first one yesterday, is something you might recognize. It's 3 short stories, and they're going to be stories about the 3 people and their deepest wish, but every wish comes with a cost. But I don't know. I didn't play the game. I didn't watch anyone play the game. I wasn't that interested in it, I have to admit. But yeah, that's what I'll be reading today. I finished this one yesterday. I loved it. The ending kind of made me cry, but not for the reasons you might think. Let me know if you've watched the movie. And let's see if we can talk about it without spoiling too much, because I am dying to talk about this on the last Sunday of this month, which will be the 26th. So I didn't make the prompts for November. I'm so sorry. I'm going through it at the moment. All right, it's going to be fine. I'm going to go into a peak of endometriosis pain today, and I just have to be careful because I don't wanna crash. Right? Oh, I think Bing is coming by. I made caramel sauce this morning because I wanted to make an iced coffee with caramel sauce. Oh my God, you're killing me. Cream, but during the final stages of cooking, the sugar had a spatter and got boiling sugar on my hand. Oh, fuck! Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to curse. Oh, okay, I am unsure. Give it a quick DuckDuckGo, but I think you can put honey on it. Any burn, I put honey on, and it saves you from scarring, and it heals faster. But I am unsure if you can also put it over it if it's open. I think I did when I had a huge water steam boil blister, quite painful. And then just cover it with, if you have a gauze, and then like a bandage. Otherwise, just a bandage that you throw out every time you change it. I would do it in the morning and the evening. It takes about a week for it to clear out then, instead of months, because I can imagine that something like that is That's. Are you okay? As a person who's used to record what you hear is not really what people hear. I checked the videos. So what do you mean? What do you mean, Borgie? Oh no, don't make me panic. Hi Riku. Thank God you're just in time for the first print. I am going to read Five Nights at Freddy's. Something into the bed. Fazbear? I don't know. I'll be muting myself in the meantime. Hi friend, how are you doing? I can't. I can't. You should look into it because I am amazed of exercise of techniques with simple things with warm up exercises or humming or things that speech pathologists use that work for the voice mix with. Yeah, okay. Uh, I really. It's a thing. I'm gonna do some research because it hurts, and I don't want something as silly as being having a panic disorder stop me from doing what I enjoy. I am sensitive today, so I will not go into it too deeply. I'm gonna read some horror, not cry, but I will mute myself so you won't hear me in case I do. Good luck. Just give it a go. Be gentle with yourself, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. last minute. Hi there, welcome back. And thank you so much for the resubs. Swaj, Dopey, thank you. I forgot to cancel my Prime Lucky You. Thank you for Bezos money. I really, truly, so deeply appreciate that. You don't even know. Uh, money's better in my pocket than it was. See, Swash agrees as well. Yes, I think I can do better with that money. Like, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I want to real quick show you something. I got something really exciting. Hi Mojo, how are you doing? I hope Aaron is paying attention. Uh, and Swash and Topi, how are you? I'm a bit in pain, in case you probably noticed, but it's fine. It's fine. I'll be fine. It's chronic, so don't panic. um, Dang it, I had to check. I accidentally started my cooking timer. Yeah, you did. You're in bed, Mojo. Oh gosh, currently falling asleep. Oh, I'll try to use my voice not as loudly. See, this is what I mean. I'm so loud. I'm also just excited. So that's the thing. Yes, this is what I got when I realized that I was learning Swedish on Duolingo. Also, I noticed when I opened stream that the owl duo is in Twitch. What the hell is happening? I'm being stalked because I stepped away from Duo because they were using they were going to fire basically everyone in favor of AI, and I'm not even going to start about the dangers of AI that were just bound to happen and that are now finally, oh wait, it's actually not even about that. Language is human. It's organic and it grows every day, and if you use AI, that's just not, it's not, no, I just don't agree. I just don't agree. Duo had an amazing platform that could have been um, a great way to create a global community while still honoring culture and language. Um, but it started a few years back, so we should have seen it coming. That they deleted or removed the community option at all. You used to be able to ask questions on a forum if you didn't understand the grammar or the mistakes you were making. And they took that away a few years ago, so I should have seen it coming. Gnarly! I mean, god dang it, you do! I don't know how you got it. I mean, you do you. Listen, my choices are not your choices, but I'd like to share mine and hear yours, you know. But that is evil. Exactly what Borky is saying. You have to pay to understand. Now, I didn't mind that at all, like that they wanted money, but and that they, because the thing is, I would do Duolingo in the morning, either when I was still too tired to care about ads and would just close my eyes until the ads were over, or I would do it while also reading a book. And because I'm kind of a professional at reading, I can get quite a few paragraphs in like a minute. So I was never bothered by that system. And in fact, I feel like the non-paid version was more efficient because it forces you to pay more attention, right? If you're allowed to make unlimited mistakes, why would you care if you make a mistake? So I didn't mind. I got bullied with Prime. Actually, they would just force it on me after I would decline having a Prime subscription because of milestones, you know. I would decline that, and at some point they started just giving it. I would get the notification, but I could stop it by exiting the app. I don't want that. I liked the pressure of having only 5 stars, but then they decided, so they took away the community. they made it more competitive by installing all these leagues and stuff, and it works in a way, but it's just, I don't agree. Let's just put it like that. So then the AI thing came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna step away. Even though I had finished the Swedish tree completely, so it was just repeat. And I've been listening to the Swedish news, to kind of learn cadence and where in the mouth words are. But I was falling behind as it's time to read a book. Also, way to look at it. I know, vampire. I know. Just keep your book next to you. Pick it up. You could, even if it's just 3 sentences. It's 3 sentences instead of wasting your time or being forced by some corporation to look at their shit and be brainwashed. I am foul mouthed today. I'm so sorry. I'm in pain. Please forgive me. You have a book and you win back your time. You're not wasting it. So, oh, Mojo, I accidentally, my curiosity also ruined my day a little bit, because I now know that it could be over for humankind by 2030 if we're in a very precarious place at the moment. Anyway, to bring it back to the book, that's why, because I felt like I was getting behind, because I wasn't actually paying attention to the news. I don't want to hear the news. Don't. But that was the only time I could listen to Swedish TV. And then I realized I could get a dictionary and try to read books, but that is very tedious, and it could lead to a reading slump, because I could start to associate reading with a pressure and unpleasantness and unwieldy situations. This is a coloring book dictionary. I love it so much. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to have to deal with it. But I usually don't carry unwieldy coloring books. And it has simple pages like these. Those are in the back. It does have like grammar and stuff in the front. So it's so neat. So I can get... I get to color and regulate my nervous system and have fun while also learning Swedish. Oh my God. Without ads. So yeah, this got in yesterday. I'm very, very, very excited. Oh, look what I just noticed on the bottom. It says lingo, but not duo. Yeah. I'm excited about that. I'm sad that I also had to put a stop to, because I had moved on from Swedish to Greek and French, because the thing is, if you learn a new language, you kind of unlock something in your brain, and the more you learn, the easier it gets to because there's so much similarities, and you kind of, the more language you learn, the less distance there is between the languages, really. Yeah, I was studying Greek at Borky, also on Duo though. But I have to say, strangely enough, that was a lot more dense than any other language I tried on Duo. And I tried Spanish and Italian, and I was doing French on Duo. I was doing actively French and Greek and Swedish on repeat, because I'd finished Swedish. I tried Latin on there as well, actually. But I was doing that at the same time as Italian, and that was just a mistake. Those two are basically the same if you're trying to learn them at the same time. Don't do that. They're too much the same. Learn like Danish and Latin, but not Italian and Latin. Learn one of the two, and the other one will be like piece of cake. That's for sure. But yeah. I just quit the news the other day. Hopefully forever. It's never benefited me. No, good, Toby. That's how I lived for like pretty much my entire 20s. I feel like I need to be in the loop. Hi, loop. I think I didn't say hi. Hi. How are you doing? But I feel like I do need to keep my finger on the pulse to make sure that I know what's up with you guys. I want to make sure that I am not like, I mean, I can't keep up with everything. And if something's happening in your country or your region, you're always welcome to vent here. And if I don't know, raising awareness, like especially with what's going on with ice and stuff, it's really upsetting me, and I'm really scared. But that's why within reason, find news. But yes, if you can step away from it, I would, because it's doing no one any good at the moment. Um, Greek alphabet is different from everything. I loved it, and that's why the Duolingo, the Greek was actually really, really good because it had alphabet as well. You had to like trace the lines, but alas, I will find a coloring book for Greek as well. We are going into a power hour. Hi, dads. Um, I will not be coloring today, but I might, I might tomorrow or something. I don't know. I will be reading one of our book club books. It's Five Nights at Freddy's, blah, 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 blah. Um, Greek's all Greek to me. Oh, vampire. Oh, you. I would love to continue that as well, but given the fact that I kind of have a dream of moving to Sweden, I think I should focus on this. The point of the power hour is to try and practice flow. I like to do that through reading because to me that's one of the easiest way to fall into concentration or focus. But you do whatever you need to do, whether that is just breathing or writing a book. I don't know. It's all good. If you want to keep each other company in chat, that would be amazing. But I'm gonna see how far I get in this book and reheat my water bottle because it's cooling down. I'll see you in an hour. Good luck. Last minute. Oh, oh, oops. Sorry, I was just checking if I missed anything in the activity feed, and I did. Sorry. We're taking a 10-minute break. Yeah, I should be doable. Hi, Millie. And I'm gonna say I don't know. Is that okay? 4 days left until the final trailer for the FNAF 2 movie. Let's go. I am gonna explain why I'm reading this in just a minute. But hold on. I wanna welcome Rowan Blackthorn and Zelbak and Teaching Tide and Gappy Sensei and Everbray. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the follows. How are we doing? Uh, yeah, I missed because Rowan gave a follow before the power hour, so I apologize. I didn't notice. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Toulouse is one of my cats, and she doesn't. I mean, she can technically drink, but she doesn't get adequate water into her system on her own. And after she had a UTI last year, I believe, I decided if I had to give her water with a syringe. And at first she fought me, but these days she will go sit in a particular corner of the couch and stare at me whenever she's thirsty. So I'm afraid that she depends heavily on me. Um, I, can I say con instead? Because I don't know, it sounds so stupid. I am reading one of our book club reads picks for this month. The first one is well, there is no order, but I read this one already. It's Under the Skin by Mitchell Faber, and as you noticed, a Five Nights at Freddy book, Fazbear Frights #1. Now, I know this is a game, and I know a bit about the author and how the story came to be, but I didn't actually play the game or watch the game, and I'm not sure I knew there were movies. Have you seen them? Have you read books? Have you played the game? Tell me all. Uh, so far, I don't. I mean, I have a lot of comments for sure, but that just happens sometimes. And I'm having an endometriosis episode at the moment, so I am on painkillers. So if I'm a bit slow or incoherent, that's why. But it's okay. It's chronic, and I need to not let it control everything of my life whenever I can. So that's why I'm here. But if you notice anything strange, it's normal. uh, there is that old one about having a combine harvester by the Wurzels, if that counts. Maybe that's it. I felt like it was a joke that I had to understand, but maybe it's not important. But I thought that is so stupidly specific. The main character was upset about a song about a tractor, and I was like, that's weird. You can just say that you don't like the music, but that is interesting. So these are three short stories, and I'm about halfway through the first one. And I keep thinking about the library book that I am trying to get through as well. Thing is, I am not good at reading short stories. And I've come in contact with a lot of them in the last month or two, which is interesting. Um, but I also picked a book out of the library without doing research on it, because I want to browse and just pick things and not look at reviews or, critics. I just want to discover myself whether I like something or not. But this has one of those covers that doesn't tell you what it's about. So I accidentally got short stories. And this, if anything, is doing what I wish this did. because it's about it's. I mean, the last one I read was a little bit longer, but they're too short. They're essays. They're not stories anymore. If it's 4 pages, I mean, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's not really a story. You don't have time to get into anything, and there's not enough room to just fully flesh out the story, let alone the character. So it's sad because every story is so interesting, but it's just not given enough room. So it, I guess I'm in luck that I picked this after all, from the library, because it is helping me appreciating this short story in a way that I wouldn't have if I hadn't been so frustrated with folk. Um, yeah, so Vampire, that's the thing. I'm so disappointed, really, because I feel like each and every one of these stories, this could have been a whole series, because they all take place in the same town. Um, and I love folk stories and fairy tales and retellings because it amuses me. What one story can do with different people. Um, and I just feel like she probably couldn't choose, and that's why she wanted to put them all in the book. But if she had got like half of them, she would have been able to tell each story properly. Or what I would have loved, really loved, if each story had been a proper book or even a novella, not this. The potential is breaking my heart, and I really want to finish it because I am interested and fascinated, and I think it is told in a very authentic voice. But they're not. It's just not enough time. It's not satisfying. It's very unsatisfying to finish a story, even though you realize it's coming full circle. Um, it's not really giving you a lesson, and to my knowledge, folk tales and fairy tales have some kind of message or a lesson in them, and I can't find them. I don't think I found one yet, and I think I'm at story 8. I think this only has 3 stories. I am now in a story from the perspective of someone called Oswald. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. So that's what I was trying to say, Vampire. That I love this, but it's just not executed in a good way. The thing that spoke to me is just that it's nothing like I'm seeing in stores at the moment. But if I'd known that it was short stories, I probably wouldn't have picked it. Yeah, I hope so too. Luke, were you here when I explained about the mic? I don't think you were you? Hi, Galia and Endernick. Thank you so much for the follows. Welcome in. Hope you're doing okay. The windows are closed, so it's okay. Hi, Blue. How are you doing? Is there a table of contents? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yes, you were. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let's see, this is just gonna. I'll probably need some coffee. Maybe I'll do that in a bit during the last power hour. I'm gonna get chocolate and ice cream tonight. Technically, I'm not allowed to order pizza because I have leftovers, and that would be a waste. But I might just do it anyway. Yes, and I'm gonna work on the mic in the rest of the week. Be a rebel. I do think that there is a limit on my panic pizza. They send me a panic pizza. I don't know how they know, but I think I still have that coupon. So I might, which basically means that I only have to pay for delivery costs. So why not? Well, because I would have to throw away this food because it won't last until tomorrow. This is the third day, and that's already a little bit dicey. I'm sure people are disgusted with that, but food doesn't go bad like in 2 hours if you take care of it in a proper way. Yes, loop. Yeah, it would be good, but you can't lower it. Yeah, okay, yes. I just realized that when you said that, yes, I did see that. So, you know what? One of the most, I'm going to say that real quick, this real quick. One of the most stressful things for me about streaming is there, sometimes I miss messages that I did see, but in my brain, it's just so busy that I kind of convince myself that I said it. And then afterwards, I'll be sitting just with my book and be like, oh no, I didn't say that out loud. I didn't. And I need to work on that. I shouldn't panic because I always try, and I hope you know that. And usually I do actually see you. It's just that, it's a lot. Brownies, yes, Gemis. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, brownies, I could make them myself. Cast iron pizza. The last one I made was very good, like at the bottom of the crust gets. I've never had that, Blue. I don't know where I would start. Oh, I live off of pizza for 3 days minimum. The one plus one for free. Remember? Oh no, I gotta go because I'm starting to struggle. I need a break of talking. Uh, Pizza is always good. That's what he's eating as well. So that's great. Thank you, Lube. I did see it. I'm sorry. But yeah, if you could not be angry at me, that would be great because I do see pretty much every message. It's just sometimes I think I've said something and I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Read the story. I think I'm gonna be able to finish it. Get some coffee and get some reading done. All right, I'll see you in an hour. Good luck. Last moments. Quite literally, I'm sorry. I got a bit lost there. How are we doing? That was it. That was it. I finished the first story. Oh, here. How is your egg tomato cheese sandwich, Toby? And let's welcome some people. Um, Hello, Galia Endernick and Hylocomium. Wow, that sounds very official. What is that? And Ted and Supernova. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Hope you're having a good day. Thank you, Loop. I'm very proud of myself as well. It read a lot easier, and that just goes to show that the folk. Oh God, it's such a disappointment. I'm so sad. These stories are too short. I was into it. This was the perfect length for a short story. I feel like because I read a Claire Keegan that was also a little bit too short. I feel like, especially now I have a little bit more to compare. I avoided short stories like the plague. um, so the Claire Keegan was the one called So Late in the Day, which is actually called misogyny in French, in France. I don't know how you pronounce it in French. Um, and that kind of confirmed because I thought, wait, what? At the end, because it's told from the perspective of the guy, and I wasn't. I always doubt myself. Let's say that first. So I thought, wait, is this what I think it is? And yes, it was, but that was also just a little bit short. I would have liked if it had just been 20 pages longer, really, because it was a small size as well. This was really well done. I have to say, it was great pacing. I personally wasn't scared. I was amused and confused. Bye, Riku. Be careful. Yes, I do, Borky. I like them longer. Though I have to say, I get very happy from very small, tiny things as well. So, like, I have a tiny, tiny little key. I adore it. So adding to the tomato. Oh, to adding the tomato. Geez, you put a lot of love in there, don't you? Did I say hi, Garfield? I doubt myself today a lot. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Hi. I have a fewer minutes. Don't worry. I'm keeping an eye on the time. Uh, I'm unsure about the second story. I just read like just a few pages. Um, I do wish I said this in my notes as well. I do wish we could step away from the word galleries without adding which kind, because just galleries isn't that it's not gonna calories in protein isn't the same as the calories in ice cream, all right? But if you just go by the calories, you're what that I don't like that, and I feel like given that this was published in 2020 for the first time, I feel like we should be over it. We should be over it by now. Stop talking in calories. It makes no sense. I am going to try. I've been thinking about. I really do need to learn to DNF. I don't think I've DNF'd anything yet this year. I'm really bad at DNFing because you never know. Billy proved it, despite the discomfort I experienced in that book. Billy proved at the end there that you never know. You never know. Now, if it really truly hurts, also you should really just DNF, especially if you're not a reader like I am, which is unhinged, basically. So don't do as I do, do as I say. But I want to finish this really, really badly, just because I feel like this author has potential. I like the style, and the one story, the one folk tale that I did recognize, which is also one of the threats of The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, which is my all-time favorite book of always, I think. No, I mean, it's hard to pick your favorite book, but the latest favorite is definitely The Bear and the Nightingale, I feel like. Please read it if you haven't. It's perfect for this time of year as well. Um, it has a retelling of Jack Frost throughout. Um, I don't think I realized it was a folktale, Jack Frost, to begin with. I thought it was just something funny we do in the now, but yeah, it's a folktale, and that's the only one I recognize so far in this one, and that kind of proves to me that the other stories are good. It's just that I don't recognize them, and I don't have anything to grasp to make sense of it. DNF for me is when I haven't gone back to it for months. I yeah that's an automatic DNF. I did have a few. Well, no, actually, I don't think. Well, no. Usually, I end up picking them back up. It was just not the right time for me to read them. There's a few books that I didn't like, and then a few years later, years I'm talking about, I would pick them up. Now, there's one book that I definitely won't be picking back up again because I now know that I have no interest in the point of view of this person. It was Jordan Peterson's book, the first one. I just ended up not picking it up, but also forgetting about it. I don't think I've ever had that I just forgot that I wasn't reading it anymore. It just left my consciousness. It didn't like that. If it helped you, then I'm happy. But I was very much confused about it. But it could be that because I just have read a lot in my life already, fiction and nonfiction. But yeah, that one just disappeared from my life without deciding. I don't know. I have to practice it though. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in trouble next year. Maybe I shouldn't worry about next year though. We have the year to get through first. Yeah, it's 12 Rules book. Yeah, Chemist. I hated it. I have no idea why it was so popular. Me neither. It's just so silly. I mean, I didn't finish it, so I don't have an actual opinion. I can just say that this was my experience reading that book, but also it's kind of just common sense to me a lot. But then again, there are people who genuinely don't have that base for whatever reason, and it could be because of neglect. So it should never be made fun of if a person doesn't have the knowledge of make your bed in the morning, not just because it looks neat. Because technically, if you don't turn your sheets around, it's kind of not hygienic. Technically, you should air out your mattress after sleep, but it's good for your mental health. Some people don't know that, and then such a book is probably fine. But then again, maybe not that particular book. I think there's better books out there. How was the meeting, Erin? We're about to go. I'll have to see. I'm working on plans for this month. I'm also in pain. I'm not having fun. The book is fine though. Oh no. Oh no. After yesterday, I'm so sorry. But at least you're doing it not from a cold environment, I guess. Right? So I didn't add black pepper to the sandwich, but the eggs are overcooked, so it needs it. A little bit of black pepper and salt. Oof, most things will be happy for it. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fold into a ball for a second. But thank you so much for being here. I don't mind this book. I think so far it's fine, and I think it's a great entry point if you haven't been reading for a while, or you're just afraid of big stories, which for a lot of people that isn't like a book like this can already be quite a challenge, right? That's okay. Maybe pick this one up for this month's book club, because I think the stories are the perfect length. Not too short, not too long. Good pacing. I am not that scared, but that could be me. We'll talk about it, all right? I'm going to do my best, Moxie. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Look at the schedule to see what the means for you. I'm sorry, I was immediately, what am I going to do tomorrow? Let's take a sip of water before we go, because it's important to hydrate. Please be nice to yourself. Try. And I hope to see you very soon. I'm gonna be okay, okay? Don't worry. Bye bye.